It's the fight that makes the most sense. If you ask anybody, the fight that makes the most sense, the fight that's the easiest to make is me versus George Kambosos for all the belts. It leaves no more doubt on the WBC title's real, or if the WBC belt is real, whatever it is. It's no more confusion, and that's the fight to be made.
The email champ. No, sorry. The Gmail champ. Now, Devin Haney never fought for the title, never won the belt properly. You know, he was an interim champion or a super, whatever he was, a super champion. And all of a sudden, he got an email or Gmail or Yahoo Mail, whatever you want to call it, and he became a world champion. If that was me, I would have said, listen, I'm putting the email in junk, in spam, and I ain't accepting it. I'm sending it back because I like to earn things. And even if I don't, obviously become a world champion and something goes wrong, I'd rather know that I gave my all and no one gave it to me. You know, Devin Haney, he's parading different. He thinks he's the full champion. He thinks he's the WBC champion. If he wants that false sense, but I bet you when he looks down deep in his eyes and when he looks himself in the mirror, he knows he didn't earn that belt.
Why do you feel like I need to look excited or whatever the case may be? Why not just make it happen for all the belts no matter what?
Oh, no, we're gonna do that.
Good. That's it. That's all right.
As long as
if it
makes sense.
No, of course.
And I know you already said you come to Charlotte. That's beautiful because
I'll fight you on Jupiter if I got to.
Hey, I told Eddie if someone pulls out, I'll fight this weekend. Regardless of the cut. I'll fight this weekend, but no one's
pulling out. Do you respect Devin as a champion in your division? Do you respect him as a champion in your division?
Yes, of course I respect him. I always have respected him, and he knows how much I've respected him, and there is a mutual respect here. But if things go right, and the dotted line obviously gets signed by both sides.
Is this the true undisputed? Is this the true undisputed right here?
Look, we're going to get it done, and you know what? There won't be any more
dispute.
Games or bullshit about what it is.
In my interviews before the fight, I wasn't saying, oh, Teo going to thrash him or nothing like that. I said, man, Teo don't look too good to me. I don't know if Teo going to win because I was talking to him. I knew how focused he was. I'm like, man, I don't know. I was actually going to go bet on him. I'm fucking pissed still to this day. No, for real, I'm pissed to this day that I didn't bet, but I had to work out, so I couldn't time it right. But man, it's all good.
Look, I was a dog in that fight, and you know what?
You know what I said though? I'm gonna make it back because we're gonna do it for the belts, and I'm gonna get all the money back.
It's a fight that I think George can definitely win. I think the Loma fight would have been a harder fight for George. I think the Devin fight is a fight that George can definitely win. I was saying just before, if someone told me 6 months ago that Devin was going to fight Teofimo, I would have picked Teofimo to win. So there's no reason why George can't, again, do what everyone thought was impossible and beat Devin Haney this time around. It's a tough fight. Any fight for the undisputed king is going to be a hard fight. I really rate Devin, but you know, we saw what George did in his last fight, and he proved he's the real deal. So it's a tough fight, but yeah, I got to back the Aussie and go with George. I probably don't see a stoppage in the fight. I think it's probably a bit of a chess match. I don't think either of them are known as, you know, being devastating punches. I think it's a real chess match. I think George is going to have to outwork Haney. I think Haney's work rate is usually quite low. He tries to pick his shots, but I think if George can just outwork him and throw lots of punches, he can win the fight on points, definitely. Yeah, and that's George's strength. You know, he's a really fit guy. He's trained so hard, and he'll come and he'll work, and he's shown how much heart and how much hunger he's got. So that's what favours George in the fight. It's a tough fight, but as I said, we've got to back the Aussies. So fingers crossed. Firstly, the fight happens. Secondly, fingers crossed we're a part of it, being that it's in Australia. And I'm sure it'll be a great fight for the fans.
Stadium fights. I've been patient for 10 years in the pro game to get my shot, and I finally got my shot and I made it count. So, it's coming. I'm fighting early June. So very exciting. At the end of the day, I got all the belts. I'm coming home after 5 years, fighting abroad, doing it tough, doing it the hard way, and we are here now. We're going to put this to rest. He thinks I'm, for some reason, ducking him. Why would I duck him when Lomachenko would stop him? So, you know what I mean? Did it already. I'm already undisputed. The belt, Lomachenko had it. This is a super belt. I got all the belts, same as the WBA. There's a regular champion called Javante Davis. I'm still the main guy in that sanctioning body, so I'm undisputed, and this just put the final, nail in the coffin. That's all it is. So let's just hope, for the boxing world, that he knows where the airport is. He's got his passport up to date, and he's not afraid of flying 19 plus hours, because it's all easy behind a computer screen or a phone, or easy in the comfort zone in Vegas. But when you got to get on that plane with a limited team and all your loved ones back home, and you got to travel all them hours into a whole different time zone, in a whole different soil, then let's see what a real man is, because I've done it countless times. I did it against the biggest and the best. Top 5 pound for pound fighter in Teofimo Lopez. Hell of a fighter. I didn't even make it look hard, I made it look easy. It was no close, even split decision.
They hit the zone. I was on the zone platform. They gave it to Kambosos because they knew what I was going to do with it. They knew what I was going to do. I was going to drop him. Then it's a longer process for Devin to become quote-unquote undisputed. It's all a game, man. They pay that shit. They already knew who won before they even fucking announced it. See the tapes.
Hey, Tio, what advice would you give Dev, though, on what he's got to do in the ring with Kambosos?
Fuck both of them.